Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, my fellow Americans. It is indeed Monday, actually Tuesday. See, I'm not used to Tuesday. My fellow American, it is Tuesday, August the 23rd. It is a great day. A great day to be an American. Great day, my fellow Americans. Not because there's stimulus out there, but it is a great day. I'm fired up tonight. As you can see, I'm wearing all red. Victory. Victory today is mine. My fellow Americans, I'd like to thank each and every one of you, those of you already logged in, my loyal viewers. It's already 8 o'clock, and you know, if it's Tuesday, if it's 8 p.m., it's the Robert Duverny Show. Well, tonight, my fellow Americans, it is a wonderful night. Those of you who are political junkies like myself, we encourage you to stay tuned. And again, the great state of Florida, my home state, and of course the state of New York, those are the two states that are really in the news tonight. As you know, it's nothing major, it's primaries, and then we love politics, and we don't care if it's Republican or Democrat, if it's even independent. Like myself, we tend to encourage the enthusiasm that these viewers, the voters have participated. Again, tonight I'd like to give kudos to all my fellow viewers. Those of you who's watching live from the great state of Florida, of course, Miss Odilson Ambrose, all right, congratulations for logging in. Dr. Azov from the great state of Georgia, the state of trying to bring Lindsey Graham in the state to testify. All right, stay tuned. There's more to come. Well, again, tonight, the latest we've had, my fellow Americans, is that the great state of Florida, the results are coming in. I'm looking at my chart here. There's quite a few things going on, and based on the incoming result, looks like Mr. Charlie Crist, the former Republican turned Democrat, 2 times. That's his 3rd time winning as a governor. He's doing quietly well. That's how you do it in Georgia. All right, bring them to justice. I like that. You must be an agent of justice. Congratulations. Dr. King will be proud of you. An agent of justice. All right. Well, my fellow Americans, as you know, the results are coming in the state of Florida. Charlie Crist has a lead 2-1 when it comes to Miss Freed, who's the commissioner of agriculture. She's the one who oversees your gas and all that good stuff, making sure that you're getting all the gas in your vehicle. She's a commissioner. She's also part of the cabinet for Mr. DeSantis. As you know, this November coming up, the state of Florida will be, of course, as always, in the news. Why? That's very good. I'm going to get to that. Dr. Azor's on fire. Somebody call the fire department. Why bring back Charlie Crist? I guess, Dr. Azor, those of you, again, at the Robert Duverny Show, we don't take side. We're here to make light of things. And why we bring Charlie Crist? That's a good question. Charlie Crist apparently he's a born-again Democrat. Well, he ran 2 times as a Democrat for the governor mansion. That's his 2nd time as a Democrat. And the first time he ran as a Republican, he occupied the governor mansion. And as you know, he was a representative for Pensacola at the U.S. State Legislative, at the U.S. representative at Capitol Hill. Again, right now he wants to come back home because he said he wants to put the brake on Ron DeSantis, who seems like to be going 100 miles an hour. Oh, I can't wait. This is true. I mean, you know what? I don't even need comedy to watch what's going on right now in politics. Well, today I was privileged to see a commercial by Governor DeSantis as Top Gun. Oh my God! You guys need to go on YouTube after the show and watch Governor DeSantis as Top Gun. It's a Top Gov. All right. So Mr. DeSantis says he's ready to take action. He's ready to lead the nation eventually after his. Well, most likely, I think, with all due respect, I think Ron DeSantis is a great politician. He's running on something that is relevant, and right now the wind is on his back, and the great state of Florida has really turned back the page, and Mr. Crist is in pretty good standing right now to win over the governor mentioned again in 2022 in this November. I have no doubt. But apparently tonight, in all jokes aside, I think Mr. Crist will ultimately won the nomination for the Democratic Party to represent them at the Governor mentioned, which will be a interesting debate. You're going to see two scholars going at it. I like DeSantis, to be honest. No, I like DeSantis. I wouldn't say he's my guy, but I like him. I don't have any dog in the fight. So I'd like to see both DeSantis and Charlie Crist going at it, and guys who's going to go about policies. And this is one thing that we lack of. And I think Mr. Crist is all disclosure. I met him personally. We had a great talk sometime in 2016. We discussed a variety of issues that I think was at stake, but this is a guy who has an encyclopedic knowledge when it comes to policy, and I think with whatever your party affiliation is, but I think you have to give credit to whom credit is due, and that's what makes us America, and that's what makes us to transcend party line, and then we need to appreciate the other for his excellence, for his know-how. I think we can learn a thing or two from them. And Mr. DeSantis, who's very smart. I mean, there's a guy who has been somewhat a spokesperson for during the Trump presidency in 2016. And he was on Fox News. He was a staunch defender of the former president. And yet, Mr. Trump then anointed him, and then he ultimately won the governorship for the state of Florida. And ever since he won the governorship, he said bye-bye Trump. But then again, he never dissed him publicly. But if you one who's savvy enough, I'm sure since you're a Robert Duverny show viewer, I'm sure you guys are quite savvy. You know when someone is not telling you the whole truth. And I think sometimes it's best that we somewhat reserve in our judgment, in our response, and let the skeptics decipher through it. All right. So this is what I wanted to share with you tonight on the both parties, and then like I said, I can't wait to see both Charlie Crist and of course Mr. DeSantis going at it. It will be fun to watch, and those of you in some other state. I would encourage you to stay tuned on the Florida elections, and there'll be a lot to decipher starting September, October, and then those 2 months will be very chaotic. And the media will go crazy, and then there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. There's going to be a lot of things being said. But again, what I'm looking for, it's not a food fight, but rather substance. And this is what we lack of these days in our political leaders. Because oftentimes I'm not big on television, but I'd like to see someone who delve into some ideologies that they're going somewhere, and then your passion in driving your point home. And that's the reason why tonight our topic is, of course, cognitive ease. That's what we're going to talk to you tonight. But again, there's so much on going on this evening with regards to the primaries, and then the state of Florida also has a primary. District, I know there's been some redistricting. That's one thing I wanted to point out. Those of you who live in the state of Florida, make sure you look at your district and not big, where you voted last year. It's going to be totally different. I want you to understand there are those out there who's doing an effort to create some kind of a confusion. But then again, be vigilant. I want you to exercise your God's given right, the right to vote, the right to have a say in the system. That's the reason why we have a republic. That's what they call a republic. Okay? So it's important that we keep these things in mind. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Maestro Rolly Duverny just logged in. Oh, my brother. Thank you, brother, for wishing me a happy anniversary. Well, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. My brother just reminded me. Oh, man, I'm just kidding. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since my brother just brought it up, he's so clever and so smooth. I think he's probably playing the keys as he's wishing me a happy anniversary. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this time to wish my lovely wife for the past 26 years, Dr. Joella Duverny, a happy anniversary. I've fallen in love with this woman some 28 years ago. Well, tonight we are celebrating our 23rd, actually 26 year of marriage, and it's a blessing. I think I would not have done it without her. And I think it's a great privilege every time you have someone who supports you in whatever endeavor you're into. I think it's a great thing. And tonight, love, I'd like to wish you nothing but the best and let you know that how much I love you. My heart never stopped palpitating for you, that's for sure. And sometimes I wonder if I'm about to fall in love with you again. I think I'll fall in love with you all over again, without a doubt. I love you dearly. Well, my fellow Americans, let's get back to politics. Politics, that's what we need. We need politics here, of course. And another thing, my fellow Americans, as you know, there's also District 20. I love you more, beauty. Thank you, thank you. My wife's actually, I should point out to you that, my fellow Americans, my wife happened to be my producer. All right, so every now and then when I come on the show on Tuesday, she's been very vocal, and also she's been the great conductor behind this great symphony that I'm presenting to you tonight. So thank you. Don't make me cry now. You know, I'm very emotional. I'll try to keep it together, but I think I'm good, right? I'm strong because my viewers with me, and I have a great day today, and I think there's going to be more to discuss without a doubt. All right, so stay tuned for more, and hopefully before the night is over, I will definitely give you an update as far as the primaries are going, and I think one thing I should also point out, today was not a great day. I think some parties, I think I see more enthusiasm on the part of the Republican Party versus the Democratic Party. Today, the report just confirmed that Miami-Dade, there was only 18% turnout. I think if there's a primary, I think we'd like to see more. Again, it's not who you voted for, it's not what party you're in, but I think you know what, my fellow Americans, if you don't like one of these guys, you know, you can always write yourself in. That's the beauty of America. If you think I'm not doing a good job, then hey, get some signatures, run for office. That's what we need to do, and we're not doing enough of that. So based on the counties, Miami-Dade was represented at 18% turnout, and also Broward County was at 19% turnout of voting, and Palm Beach, the largest county in the state, was at 33% turnout. So that tells me that there's not much enthusiasm in the primary, but I'm sure there's more to be said, there's more to be done, and I think it's still early, but they don't want to get into a food fight. I'm sure they're probably saving their energy for this November coming up. All right, thank you. Well, also Mr. Pat Pierre, Mr. Jero Pierre, my friend, my longtime friend, just logged in on Facebook, Mr. Jero Pierre. Also my IT guy, world-renowned Arnu, Mr. Yuri Arnu, logged in. Thank you all you guys, wishing me a happy anniversary. I think the show wouldn't be possible without you. We encourage you, those of you watching the Robert Duverny Show on a regular basis, to share it with a friend. Give them the good news. All right. Let them know that the Robert Duverny Show has made some minor changes just so we can accommodate you on Tuesday. School just started last week. All the kids, well, congratulations for going back to school. Wishing you all a very, very productive year. We look forward to see a report card and congratulate you, and also giving you some prize, because I'm looking for quite a few ambassadors. The Robert Duverny Show will be looking for ambassadors, those high schoolers, those college students, and to spread the good news about the Robert Duverny Show. Let other people know about this show, and have them subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think it's very important. Okay, and then in return, the Robert Duverny Show would not neglect you, and then we will definitely honor you in some fashion or form. But again, you have a job to do. Let's spread the good news. All right. Thank you, my college student and high schoolers, and also my elementary school student. Very good. I'm sure there's quite a few teachers here online, and we'll make it very short tonight. I'm sure you have sessions tomorrow morning. Again, it's a good night. It's a wonderful evening. I think we all should partake in this great system that we have here. All right. Well, the topic I had for you tonight was the cognitive ease. One said, well, Mr. Duverny, what is cognitive ease? Cognitive ease is is known for the way that we understand things, and the way that we appreciate things, and what seems to be more convenient for you. All right. So it is important that we keep that in mind. That I'm seeing some more tweet coming. Send me questions because I'm going to engage in the cognitive ease, which is the higher the cognitive ease associated with a task, the more motivated we feel to invest our time and effort into it. So, in a nutshell, we've seen. Reason I'm bringing this topic to you this evening, for the simple fact we tend to associate what we do with what we know. That makes sense, right? So what do I mean by that? Oftentimes we get involved in a cause, okay, because it sounds appealing to us. So it doesn't require much effort on our end. Well, if it's a feel good feeling, all right. So we tend to engage in activities like this. But the question I'd like to raise to you tonight: is it true that just because you're hearing something over and over, does that make it true? Because we're living in a different time nowadays. We have those who have a tendency to spread falsehood, and then now just because something is repeating on a regular basis does not make it true. Just like two wrongs doesn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. Is that right, my fellow? So we could say that's something that is used primarily in advertising. Okay, those of you in marketing, you would see they tend to, let's say if I'm promoting a case, if I'm promoting an effort, I tend to associate things that you more likely can engage in, that you can relate to. All right. For instance, if I'm running a campaign, that's the reason why you see politicians use that a lot. Politicians will use, I can remember the former president, MAGA, Make America Great Again. This is easy. People can relate to that. Oh, although we were not here 100 years ago, Make America Great Again, and people, get into it. President Biden came up with Build Back Better. Wow, those things sounds good, and then it does not require much thinking on your part, and then it's because the leaders they're thinking for you. That's what they do, and that's the reason why at the Robert Duverny Show I encourage my viewers to be critical in their thinking. Use critical thinking. Why such thing is brought up? Why such thing is important? Why is it relevant? Why should I go with certain attributes? All right. So these are the things that we want you to think internally, and at the same time, so you can be making a decision that are productive, and at the same time reflected your personality and your good sense. That's what we do, and oftentimes our politicians do play with that a lot. They play with our feelings. They play with our emotions. They know what makes you move, and I know those of you might be playing poker. I mean, when you're playing poker, you never want to let your foe, your adversary, whoever you're playing cards with, to know what card you have, because the minute he knows that, or she knows what type of card you have, so he knows or she knows what the next move. So it is important that we think critically, and we live in a society where we tend to want things to go easy, and I think we can do more as a nation. We can do more as a people, and there's a quote I'd like to use with you tonight. I remember when I was doing my MBA, and one of the things that we discussed in the marketing class is that we've seen a lot of folks who have gone into getting loans, student loans, just to get a degree. Yet there are those who argue, just to make money, it does not require a college degree. But there's some validity to it. There's some truth to it. And there are those who are passionate about a degree, passionate about or three letters behind their names or before their names. But we view that no one is willing to make the effort. The effort is to be in the library, studying and doing research, and but no one seems to do it. And we come up with say, well, education is the only investment where the investors want less, less, and less. So I think as Americans, we need to get off our high horse and start questioning things. Start questioning our leaders. And when you question someone, that does not mean that you have complete bias or disrespect, but it's the fact that you want to be clear on the topic, on the subject. So I think it's important that these are the things that we can have a conversation without being disrespectful, and not because I question you on certain things. And in some culture, it's unacceptable, it's unthinkable. Whereas if you're to question your authority, you've been you viewed as a rebel. On the contrary, you're making a disciple. I mean, I want to understand a concept, your objective, your goal, that will make me want to pursue or to follow your lead even further, because I'm buying into the system, and this is what we need to make, and then to have others to buy into your system by presenting a case that is valid and that is reflective of your vision, and for that community or even for your family. I think it's very important that we keep those in mind, and we'll see where it goes. All right. We'll definitely touch again cognitive ease, and it's already 8:25. I'm not saying any questions. I want you to send me some more questions. Just a side note, those of you who have had some student loans, Mr. Biden, there's good news. There's good news. There's good news. Good news. Should we say flash, flash, flash? Good news coming up. All right. The Biden administration right now is considering forgiving $10,000 of student loans. So in other words, if you have a $20,000 student loan right now, they'll slash it in half, so you owe $10,000. So in my case, I have a $42,000. I probably want a little. I think I have $52,000 last time I checked. So I'll probably have another $42,000 or $32,000 left, depending how the wind blows. So I think that's a move in the right direction. I encourage those of you who are students to keep the fight. Study. I mean, America depends on you. You are the future of America. So as they bring down our student loan, because some of you may have student loans in $100,000. Those of you who went to law school, medical field, doctorate level. So those, they can be stiff. And I think every bit helps. Every bit helps. So I thought I'd relay this news to you. Although I'm sure most of my viewers here may have the loan forgiven, and they're probably smiling right now. But hey, well, that's the beauty of being a public servant. Those of you who've gone into that vocation of teaching. Teaching is a vocation. It is a priesthood. In other words, whereas you dedicated your life, your know-how to instruct others, to pour into them. I think it's a great thing, and that's something I was emphasizing. And just this past summer, I wanted to go in the classroom to teach, because I was reflecting, and I'm not getting younger, and I was reflecting on the impact that some of my teachers and professors, both during my grade school and my college, and during my undergrad and those professors really impacted me a whole lot, and I wanted to give back. And I know as teachers, you don't make the most, and teachers are still undervalued, they're still underpaid. But tonight, I tip my hat out to you, because you didn't go into that profession for the money, but you went into that vocation because of the love to teach others. And I believe that we, as proud recipient, we are better because of your hard work, because of your sacrifice. Oftentimes these things are not being told, but tonight I think it's wise, and it's with great joy that I can relate this, that teachers who have impacted me, professors, during my undergrad, during my post-undergrad. So to be honest with you, you've been remarkable. If you have a chance to watch me right now, I think after God and of course my brother and teachers have been my most influential, and in my decision making, in my way of thinking. Because when you're young, you're writing essays, you're writing a dissertation, you tend to go off the wall, and then you have some grandiose ideas. But then again, you have those who actually channel you in the right path, and they make us who we are. All right. Well, my lovely Esther Pierre Lewis is just locked in. How are you? Well, I'm glad you logged in. Thank you. You've been a loyal viewer of the Robert Duverny Show. We thank you very much for being logged in, and kudos to you. I'm sure you watch. I mean, you're in a great state. I'm sure you're watching the primary tonight. Stay tuned. If there's any restriction, well, actually, it's still in the making. A good question, Mrs. Pierre Lewis. It's a great. If there's any no, actually, that offer is still been it's still been debating. But then again, something you would know pretty soon. I'm sure you probably have some student loans as well, just like myself. And there will be, of course, that without a doubt, there's going to be some restrictions. I think that there's got to be a buffer zone somewhere, but the details are not yet out. But I'm sure in the next a few weeks, because we would know much more, and I'm sure it's going to be advantageous to those of us, although there will be some restrictions. But I think it will be beneficial to all of us who probably have some student loans. You can take part of that. All right. Thank you. Stay tuned. Well, if you come back to the Robert Duverny Show next week, because by next week we should know all the details, and they're going to iron things out. I'm sure by next week, before President Biden goes on vacation, he will definitely sign this legislation and then executive order, and then we'll know much more as we go on. All right. Well, thank you very much, my dear sister. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. The Robert Duverny Show is a great fan of yours as well. Thank you so much. All right, my fellow Americans, what could I say? It's already 8:31. You've been very gracious, and I would not ask for a better audience than you are. Okay, well, stay tuned. There's more. I'm looking at Real Clear Politics right now. Charlie Chris apparently is doing extremely well. And again, at the Robert Duverny Show, we have no dog in this fight. But so far, Mr. Chris and it seems to be doing extremely well. Oh wow! Wait a minute! Whoa! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Breaking news in District 20. One of my sisters contacted me this weekend. She said she's a Democrat, but. But she was a big fan of Miss McCormick. Miss McCormick is cruising extremely well. She's at 65% of she has 65 over 29 with Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, I didn't expect him to win, but well, Charlie Chris is really is 2-1, and just what we expected. Charlie Chris will win the nominee for the Democratic Party for the gubernatorial, and who else? And again, we District 19 in New York. Looks like nothing is coming in yet, so we're still waiting. There's plenty of time. Stay tuned, and there's gonna be more. Nadler, New York has not come in. Nothing has been reported for New York. But we're gonna have a lot of. But as far as Florida is in the bag right now. Charlie Chris will be the nominee for the Democratic Party for the governor mansion, and Miss McCormick, which I told my sister over the weekend. She contacted me. I told her to be at ease. Holness is not going anywhere. He's a loser. But Miss McCormick would most likely win that District 20 again. Stay tuned. Well, my fellow Americans, again, it's been a pleasure to have you as viewers as usual. And we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, which will be the 30th, which will be the last Tuesday of the month of August. And there's quite a few birthdays coming up, and we'll definitely stay in touch. Until next time, my fellow Americans, have a lovely evening, and stay tuned for more. Stay in the know. And then I hope to see more questions next week when we come back. Until next time, have a lovely evening. Thank you.